guys, how's your day going so far? Mine is going fine. Okay, today I will be making some loaded baked potato soup, and I'll be using tater tots. I'll be using some cream cheese, chicken broth, chicken soup, cream of chicken soup, a little salt because the soup has salt in it, and the tater tots are seasoned. I'm using some black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder, and some medium cheddar cheese. I prefer this over the sharp. Use this whole bag. Okay, and I'm going to fry up some bacon, maybe half of this pack. I always cut it in half, and I use half, fry it up, and put some of the bacon in the soup itself, and then save some to garnish. Same thing with the cheese. I'm use most of it in the soup, and I'm going to save a little to garnish after it's done. And depending on the thickness of the soup, if it's too thin, I'm going to put some of this in it to thicken it up. It's instant mashed potato. I'm not sure yet. Okay, let's get started. I'll be using my crock pot. Well, what you call it? Slow cooker. You know what? I think I need a bigger one. I'm going to use my bigger one. I'll be right back. Okay, I got this larger one. And this one is the CROCKPOT brand. And it's bigger. So I'll start out by putting my tater tots in here. These are the mini tater tots. Everybody knows what tater tots look like. I use the whole bag. I had the Ida brand. Okay, what else I need? Chicken broth. My cream of chicken soup, I'm gonna put that in there first. I'll see what I'm doing. Put this in here first so I can just use the chicken broth to rinse this can out, because I don't like to waste anything. So like I said, the soup is salty. The cheese is salty. What else is salty? Tater tots, they're seasoned. So I'm sure they got salt in them too. So I may not need any salt. I'll see. Okay. I'm about to put some chicken broth in here. I'm gonna rinse this can out. Get all this goodness out of here. That's what I'm doing this for. I don't like to waste anything. Okay, that's good. Just pouring this whole thing in here, 32 ounces. I got this from Aldi, I believe. Okay, that. Okay. Now the seasonings. Well, the cream cheese. I let this sit out so it can get room temperature so it can be easier to break up in here. I might as well have this on, right? It'd be nice to plug it in. Okay, for now I'm going to turn it on high to get it started. And if I had been thinking when I was in the store yesterday, I would have got the CROCKPOT liner. But it's ceramic, so it's not that hard to clean up. So this is nice and soft. It's the whole 8-ounce block of cream cheese. And I have the Walmart brand. Okay, smell it. I love me some cream cheese. Throw it in here, then I'll break it up once it's in here. You already know I'm gonna get all this goodness out of here. I feel like licking this paper. I ain't that greedy, y'all. Smells good. I actually put cream cheese in my sweet potato pies too, y'all. So good. Makes them nice and creamy and adds a surprise flavor. Okay, bring it up. Adding the cheese, some of the cheese. Well, I do have more cheese in the refrigerator. I'm supposed to use, this is 8 ounces. I'm gonna use almost all of it. Or should I use it all? Because I do have cheese in the fridge. I'm gonna use it all. I'll garnish with what I have in the fridge. Now I'm gonna put the seasonings in here. See how it looks. I'm using onion powder because I'm not gonna be chopping up no green onions in here. I'm just shaking. Some garlic powder. That's good. Black pepper. I don't know where my white pepper is. I got some. I'm gonna hold off on the salt. I'm just gonna stir it up. And then in the meanwhile, while this is cooking and everything is melting together, I'm going to fry my bacon. I'll just use my stove for a change. I saw Cooking and Grilling with A.B. He made some loaded potato soup. He used the the cute hash brown potatoes, which y'all know I'm different. So I'm doing things a little bit different. We're gonna see how it turns out. Okay, I'm gonna put the top on here. You know what? I'm thinking this would be good if I added some shredded chicken and some broccoli up in here. But for now, it's going to be just the potatoes. Got it on high. I will be back, y'all. Oops. Dropping stuff. Okay, I'm about to let this man know this don't go in this drawer. So what I do, I cut the pack. Okay, I'm gonna fry this half of the bacon. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, my bacon is frying. This is what I do with my the other half of this. Just put this back on here. And put it back in the fridge. Okay? Okay, my bacon is still frying. I tasted this after I stirred it again. And it needs something. So I added some of this to it. This is basically a powdered bouillon, chicken flavor. And I'm going to add some celery seed, a little bit. Not celery salt. Okay, we're going to see. My stuff got to be on point. I love a good soup. And I only tasted it because there's no meat in here, nothing raw. So. That's what it needed. I'm going to add a little more of this. That's how it looks. And a little more of the celery seed. Okay. Now all it needs is the crumbled up bacon. You don't leave it alone for a while. I'll be back. Okay, my bacon is done and it's I dabbed the grease off. So I'm going to crumble it up in here. Looks good. This actually looks like some kind of chowder. Let me show you. You said you like chowder? What you say?
Yeah, I said
I don't want no parts of it. Ugh. Got it nice and crispy. What else goes in baked potato? Bacon, cheese, what else? You don't want none of this stuff. Pepper. I'm talking about stuff, I ain't talking about seasoning. We know black pepper goes in it. stir it up. Let all these flavors mingle. Save that little bit to put on top. Just add a little bit there.
Wow, fire's still going on. That's messed up.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave it alone, let it cook for about. This cream cheese is not even melted yet, so I'm thinking about adding the rest of this chicken broth I had in the fridge and adding this anyway. And I didn't put any salt in it. The soup is salty, the cheese is salty, bouillon powder is salty. Oh my goodness. Yes, 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 yes. This tastes good already. Look at that. Okay, I will be back when it's done. Tell my honeys what you're doing. What you just said. Tell him what you just said. He's making some pork chops, y'all. So, what you doing?
Right now, I'm trying to tenderize these pork chops. I wish I had that little meat tenderizer with the hammer that I used to use quite often to tenderize the meat. And we've made so many moves from the house, like a gypsy. I left it somewhere.
I might have some gypsy honeys.
And
so don't be talking about my people.
Hey, I got some gypsy in me. I've moved so many different places. It's real. But anyway, I was telling her, Cheryl, one time, my daddy, my father-in-law, who was at our first house that we had bought when we first got married, I was tenderizing my meat using that hammer, and he happened to come upstairs, and we were talking. He said, "Yeah, I heard you beating your meat." And he had a great sense of humor.
You're just nasty.
And I said, "Oh, yeah." But I always remember that whenever I do this, I think of him. You know, that little comment he made. You know, he's very, very funny, humorous. Just like myself. That's why we got along so well. But that's what I'm doing now. I'm trying to season this meat up before it go bad. Which, unfortunately, some meat has gone bad. Some good pork chops and tenderloin.
It's your fault.
And I told her I wish she would have cooked it sooner. But I stayed in. Now she thinks it's bad. One of them looks still good to me, and that's the tenderloin.
I'm not even going to open it. I don't want to smell it.
This is one of my favorites, pork chops. And every now and then I look forward to having it. Like I said, I'm just cooking this up just so it won't go bad.
So what you putting on it? What all you put on your chops?
Well, I just got through putting some Worcestershire sauce. Right now I'm putting a little meat tenderizer. Then I'm going to put some garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper. I usually use either margarine or butter. They kind of help also season it and bring out a little flavor. Right now, this is garlic powder. You see, I use too much garlic, but I got to keep the vampires away. But yeah, I like my garlic powder, my onion powder. Mainly, I like powders. Now, a little onion powder.
And that's how he prepares his pan. He seasons the pan and then lay the meat on top of it. So
yeah.
It's good in season.
So it can flow all through. Yeah, now a little black pepper. Gotta have the black pepper.
Yep.
Yes, indeedy. So that's how I try to do, at least for certain meats and whatnot, depending on what it is. But usually I use all these here for certain meats that I be cooking now. I like my meat well seasoned.
You need some red pepper. I'm gonna sprinkle some on there.
Red pepper.
Yeah, cayenne.
I flip this here, and I'm gonna get the other side. Looks like I like it seasoned through and through. Don't miss no parts.
I don't want none.
Yeah, I gotta put something there. Well, I'll put that here first. Like I said, a little Worcestershire sauce. Really, a lot of Worcestershire sauce. And then all the same ingredients. Get both sides well seasoned. Some people just just season one side. I think Cheryl, when we first got married.
Okay, now you throwing shade.
I used to say, what about the other side?
So now I can't cook.
Yeah, she can cook. Learn from the best. Yeah, she can
I'm gonna
cook.
put this camera on your stomach. And you saying I can't cook? Huh? Please.
Yeah.
Don't mess with me.
Won't mess with you. Foxy Brown. Last year around.
So my honey's waiting for you to do another story. When you gonna do it?
I don't know. I gotta think of something appropriate to say. I gotta think of something. It's kind of hard getting this old brain going.
I know it.
Trying to find something that's halfway decent and hopefully worthwhile. I've had a whole lot of crazy experiences, but I'm quite sure many of you have too. It just seemed like stuff always happened around me for some reason.
I know what you can tell next time. About the time you kept getting stung by them, bees?
All those hornets?
Yep. And how the deacon at church cracked up till he couldn't. He thought it was so funny. So you can tell this story.
Yeah, something, yeah.
Okay.
All right, see you all later. Have a blessed day, a good day. And if you're any place where it's kind of cool like here, try to stay warm. We have an unseasonably cold weather here in the Chicagoland and suburban area. More like winter weather.
Okay, I got to find my scarf and gloves. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Walter.
You're welcome. Thank you for listening.
Okay, y'all. Me and Walter just got back from the post office and Aldi. So, my soup is done. I left it on high while I left. So I just now turned it down to low. Well, I'm going to turn it off completely so it can stop cooking. Got my, ready. And my ladle. And I did have to pour the rest of that chicken broth in here, but I didn't add the potatoes because it's thick enough. It reminds me of a clam chowder or something, which I've never had, but I've seen, and I don't want none. Okay, that's enough. Get a little piece of bacon that's crumbled up on top. It's all throughout it. Oh, I need more than that. Y'all know me. I'm not putting no onion or anything else on top. Some people garnish it with green onions, but I'm not. Okay, this is how it looks. Taste it. It's nice and thick. I already know it's good because I've been tasting it all along. Talking about comfort food. And add any salt. Season good. I can taste the celery seed in here. This does remind me of a loaded baked potato. It's comfort food, y'all. This is some good eating. Try it. Come back and let me know how yours turned out. Taste a piece of this bacon that was in here. Y'all don't believe nothing else I told y'all? Believe that this soup is good. Okay, I'm about to get my eat on. Thank you for watching. Leave a nice comment and subscribe to my channel. Bon appetit. Okay, y'all be blessed. Bye. There's a close-up of my loaded baked potato soup using tater tots. So good and savory. Bye for real now.